line and just give you some tips about how to stay motivated during the day, because I understand, because we're all in and it can be quite isolating, and what happens is the day seem to be getting shorter, and we can feel a lot more anxious because we haven't done as much with the day as we thought that we would, and it can lead to, you know, feeling lethargic and a bit anxious. So just in case some of you might be feeling like that, I thought I would offer some guidelines on how you might be able to feel a bit more productive and a little bit more supported within these times. So hopefully this helps. So these are my 5 top tips for staying motivated daily. Number 1, wake up at a reasonable hour. So even though you're not going to work, and some of you are not working at all, so if you're not working, then wake up as if you were still working, even if you're not commuting. So miss out the commute time, but if you were starting work at 9:30, 9:30, 10, then try and get up no later than 10 o'clock and start your day. Those who are working, obviously you would already be up and ready for work for 9 o'clock anyway. So it's just that you're missing off the commute, but you still want to be kind of productive at those times of the morning. Number 2, always make your bed. As simple as it sounds, the brain has a sort of a chemical reaction to having completed tasks. So it still makes you feel, as small as it is, that you've completed something proactive and productive. So always a good idea, once you get out of the bed, just to make your bed up. And also you don't want to go back into the bed with it still messy, because it feels like your whole day is spent with it as an unfinished thing, and that you're going back into it. You want to go back into a new stage rather than a left open thing, you know. So always make your bed. Number 3, find a space to meditate. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with meditating, you can start with something like 5 minutes. It's just a time out for yourself. This is your time, this is your moment. So you might have children running around, you've got loads of things to do. Maybe just being in people's space is quite difficult. So if you're taking time out for yourself, 5 minutes, just to meditate, and what you do in that 5 minutes is just find your center, concentrate on your breathing, maybe put some relaxing music on, light a candle, some scents that you like, because these are all the senses that kind of evolve positive feelings and emotions within you. And then you just clear your mind. Don't think about what you've got to do, don't think about what's happened yesterday. And also it's quite good and therapeutic, because at the moment we're all indoors with social media, and social media is something you're supposed to be limiting anyway, and now it's kind of that's all we have to connect ourselves with the outside world. So it's a good idea just to almost detox from the social media for at least 5 minutes, and just don't think about how many followers you've got, how many people are noticing you, how many friends you've got on Facebook, and sort of this acknowledgement that we all seek by social media. So take 5 minutes, just breathe in and breathe out. I'm going to do a few more clips and hopefully a live stream of meditation. So if you're interested in that, do let me know in the comments or inbox me. And number 4, write down your plans for the day. So I know that it can be quite easy for one day to drift into the nether, and it's almost Groundhog Day for quite a few people. So what you can do is, if you're going to relax, list that as time to relax. Don't think of yourself as doing nothing, because that's what can make you feel quite anxious and quite miserable, to be honest, or even depressed. If you're thinking that you're doing nothing, then that doesn't make, you know, it's not a positive affirmation that you're saying to yourself. So what you're aiming for is something creative, something physical, and something proactive. So within that, if you're going to list those things and you don't have something to do in one of those slots, then put time for myself or time to relax. And in regards to proactive, this is a really good time that we should be utilising to improve on things that we don't get a chance to do. Some of us wanted, you know, to learn another language, and we'd be like, oh, I'd love to do this, I'd love to do that, and there's just no time. And we've got all the time now and all the reason to try and catch up on those things that we need to do, whether it's reading, self-development, hobbies, and even with the creative, that, you know, that's something else that is very important for us to explore, our creative sides. Number 5, most importantly, especially now that we've got the coronavirus outside, you have to, must eat healthily. Now the shops and a lot of the delivery places have closed down or shut down for the time being. So hopefully that means that you are being a bit more creative with your recipes. So this is a time where you can, you know, use your vegetables, season those up, look online at some nice interesting recipes, cook with your family, cook with your children, finding good ways to eat healthily and healthy meals, and make sure there's a structure, so you have your breakfast at a certain time, your lunch and your dinners, but, you know, healthy. And you want to make sure that you're stocking up and all the things that you're eating contain particularly your vitamin C, so a lot of fruit and vegetables, your vitamin D, and that's like your cod liver oils, your oily fishes, and also make sure you get out in the sunshine as well while we have it, and zinc as well. So all those 3 things are very, very important to make sure that you keep your immune system and your immune boosted to fight off any virus or bacteria that your body is, you know, susceptible at the moment. And I've got a bonus one actually as well, just not really a bonus, but I know it's really easy to go to bed really late now because you don't think you've got anywhere to go in the morning, but our bodies do replenish and repair itself during the night. So if you can go to bed before 12, that's even better. So I hope that's helped. Thank you for your time, thank you for listening, and take care.